Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars. Absolutely honored to bring you guys this absolutely beautiful 2006 Prius all the way up from Washington, D.C. This has only 33,776 miles on it, making it the lowest mileage second-gen Prius I could personally find in the United States by quite a wide margin, and I would of course be very curious to hear if there's any lower mileage ones for sale. Just absolutely remarkable inside, outside, underneath, all of it. It does have some cosmetic flaws that don't jump out in the photos, even as I took them. We do this for virtually every car we list, even cars with, we just listed a Prius with 232,000 miles on it, I think it has. And same thing, we shoot this video because when you're taking pictures like from this angle and from this angle, they just they don't show any of the flaws. So that's the point of this video, is to show you guys everything about the car that I possibly can, including the things that would not jump out at you in the pictures and would disappoint you when you come to test drive it. Or of course, we do ship about 35% of our cars directly to people's doors out of state, and we certainly would not want you to be disappointed if you order this car online and have it delivered. So we will start up front. There's scratches pretty much all over the front bumper, unfortunately. By the way, this was a one-owner car and they took extremely good care of it, but they did bump into things, as you see. So there's scratches on the front bumper, little gouge over there, and this lower grille. This is a super common, it's essentially a design flaw. Very, very fragile. Anything, any bump, of course, ideally a car would never have the front of it bumped, but, if even in a car wash, this can become loose, unfortunately. Very, very frail design, and this one's a little bit irregular. If there's anything little in the video that's a deal breaker and you want to reach out and discuss it, given this is such a low mileage car, it is almost 20 years old, so we're putting it for sale the way it is. But if anything's a deal breaker, we could discuss it offline if you'd like, up to and including, in theory, painting this front bumper. As you see here, it's got more scuffs. Then, spoiler alert, we'll get to it, but the roof is pretty faded and has a few dents on it as well. This car could be restored to absolutely perfect. It just doesn't make sense, because then it increases the price to the point where it's just not competitive for what it is. So, tough decision to send it out the way it is, but we believe it's the right one. And again, if you disagree, just reach out and we could discuss. Good indication that this car was absolutely adored was they put Continental Pro Contact tires on it. These are very expensive tires. They're in the top third tires you could even get in this size anymore, up there with Bridgestone and Michelin. Meanwhile, you could get tires for this car for as low as $45 a piece. These were probably $145. So, they spent money on their car maintaining it. That's a good indication that they didn't abuse it, and they did other things on time, like oil changes, which this car's probably had a lot more oil changes than just the 6 or 7 that it should have based on its miles. Should have been, in that warmer climate, at least a yearly thing. Anyways, moving along, as you can see, the roof is pretty darn faded. It's super common for one of these being southern, and there's these dents here. They're really hard to see. There are a bunch of little small dents right there. It would probably jump out at you. There you go. You can see it more there, like a tree branch fell and hit it or something like that. And there's another one there. So, obviously that wouldn't be a collision with an animal or another car. That's something falling and hitting it. And again, being up there, you really can't see it. But if it's a deal breaker for you, the roof and the front bumper, in theory, could be dealt with. And there's more. Again, just reach out. Pardon me for beating that to death. But as you see here, again, excellent shape, other than these things that I'm zooming in on for you, which is of course my job and my honor to do. Faded back here. This is common even on Rochester, which I can't think of many cities in the United States that get less sun than Rochester. We get like 77 hours of sunshine in December versus like 160 in New York or Boston. Anyways, check those facts, by the way. So that's faded. You can see here the color behind the license plate is a little bit different. That's sun fading as well, and there's a little scuff there. And speaking of sun, this part of the country only gets about 15 inches of snow per year, and therefore they use a lot less road salt. They get a lot more rain in the winter because it's above freezing, which washes the road salt away, and they get sunshine, which keeps the road dry. So it sounds really nice, doesn't it? Especially on this like 45-degree May day. So it's just not rusty like a Rochester car. As a matter of fact, that entire line of cars we have there, only one of them's from Rochester, and it's much newer, so it's didn't have a chance to rust yet. We only bring in cars that are rust-free like this. So anyways, this is a dent. It might look at a glance like it's part of the design of the car. This is, of course, and obviously, but this is not. There's a little dent right here, and there's a scratch that's touched up there, as you see for comparison. Again, one of those things that could be straightened out, but it just takes the price of the car past where it should be, and it takes it out of the realm of what's expected for a 20-year-old car. So just reach out to discuss if you'd like. Not much to speak of here. There's a little door ding right there, and there's a scuff, as you can see, underneath the car. This is mud right here. There you go. But this here is actually a scratch kind of underneath. Like if I stand back and look at the car like this, you can't see unless I get down here. So just do be aware of that. It has a catalytic converter shield. Another indication the person cared about their car. They invested money to protect its original catalytic converter. Absolutely great thing to have, especially here. It's not so much of an issue anymore, but a couple years ago these cars were targeted. So inside is what makes this car so special to me anyways. I remember these cars very well when they first came out in 2004, and you know, the fabric, the smell of the inside, everything is like it was back then. Of course, this is a 2006, but same thing. Probably the most impressive thing, maybe it's silly, but I got to point it out, the steering wheel still has its texture from the factory. All the other ones we have, there's like 3 or 4 more over there. Even the lower mileage ones, 100,000 miles, whatever, these are just worn smooth. So even the steering wheel shows that it's only got 33,000 miles on it. Absolutely incredible. So as you saw in the photos, just remarkable condition. The headliner's perfect. Seats are in excellent shape. There's no, this was not a smoker's car. I don't even think they ate in it. Just absolutely wonderful condition. These back windows, by the way, might be very lightly tinted. They should fly through New York State inspection, but if for any reason they don't, that'll have to be removed. There's that one little stain right there. I'm going to show you guys some of the features inside. So quite strangely, maybe not strange for us because in, but it has a map button here, but it does not have navigation anymore, and that's because these center screens go. Most people don't even use them anymore, but the ones without navigation like this are easier to find, and this is common. I'd say probably 1 out of 5 Prius that come with this map button don't actually still have the navigation unit, and that's okay because these used a DVD. These navigation units, and once they're outdated, they give you bad directions. So just about everybody I know with an old nav unit in their car just, windshield mounts their phone. So I'm going to start it up for you. Again, 33,776 miles. Absolutely incredible. Of course, it has a backup camera. It does not have Bluetooth streaming audio, but it has an auxiliary in, or you could get one of those things that stream from your phone to your radio for like $15 on Amazon. I could explain more of that later if you would like. I'm going to take you guys for a ride. So I always say, whenever I demo one of these cars, it's amazing. It truly is amazing. Even that, there's a tan one right there. We're going to drive by it that has 231, almost 232,000 miles on it, and it does not feel worn out at all, like that 99 Camry with 250,000 miles on it. But that one right there, they feel, even those two with like 130 and 160,000 miles, they just feel like new cars, like all the time. By comparison, this one does feel even better. These cars did not have a traditional transmission, and they don't have a traditional CVT either, like a Nissan. They have a planetary gear system with no wear items inside of it, which is why they don't wear out. And they're just so smooth. At 33,000 miles, this one is an absolute time machine, even more so than your traditional super clean used second gen. It just drives like a brand new car. So it's by no means slow. They got that reputation because that's how people drove them, unfortunately. Just trying to get as many miles per gallon as they can, maybe. But as you see, we're very calmly and quietly already up to highway speed. We're going 60 miles per hour. We're going to take my hand, I'll straighten up first, take my hand off the wheel, there we go, and get on the brakes for you hard. As you see, no shakes, no shimmies, no rattles. The car doesn't pull, just drives like a brand new car. And Little side note, little bit of bias. I love these cars. These were by far the best Prius ever made. The new ones are awesome, but there is just nothing quite like the 2004 through 2009. These have been known to go literally 1 million miles. 500,000's nothing. There's so many people that have at least that much on these cars. They just last and last. Of course, they can't last if they're rusted out, which is, again, why we bring them in from out of state. But this one is just super special. I'm truly honored to bring this car to you guys at, of course, 33,777 miles now. But just absolutely honored to have this. Today is May 5th. 2025. So this car is pushing. It's within maybe a month or so of being officially 19 years old, or maybe it was made in June of 2005 and it's about to be 20 years old. Either way, just remarkable to have one this low miles. So if you want to buy this car, you can do so through the website. It's www.pellacars.com, or you can just call me directly. My name is Drew, 585-771-0111. We would love to meet you in person and have you do a test drive. As you see where we are, it's nice and quiet and peaceful to do so. You can set up that test drive through that website, or again, 585-771-0111. And hey, by the way, if you were entertained by this video, or it helped you in your car shopping elsewhere, but you don't plan to buy it, you want to give the video a thumbs up. We're grateful for that. It helps our business. And if you want to see more videos like this one, feel free to subscribe to this channel, as that's all it's used for. And last little fun fact, we import cars regularly from Japan, and they have to be 25 years old legally to do so. And soon, just a couple more years, the second gen Prius will be 25 years old, and we will be bringing them over from Japan. And I am certain that one of them will come over with even less miles than this one. So if you're into that and you want to see it, go ahead and again subscribe. Unfortunately, that car will have the steering wheel over there and some funkiness, like the power button is like here on the Japanese ones, and you know, they're in Japanese. But if you want to see a lower mileage second gen, go ahead and subscribe, and hopefully someday we can bring you one. So I'm Drew. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, and feel free to reach out with any questions. Thanks. Bye.